Business tip number 11, how to remember better. One of the things we teach in the class is something we call memory pegs. It's the equivalent of saying you have a board on your wall one day you have a bunch of pegs on the board, and one day you hang your cat on one peg and your coat on another peg and the scarf on a third peg. And then the next day you might hang your scarf on the first peg and something else on the other pegs. Memory pegs are very similar to that. It builds again on the mental screen and on visualization, where we make associations and we make pictures in our minds of items we want to remember. And then all we need to do is remember a peg word that we've taught you in the class. You remember the peg word for, say, numbers 5, which is law. I remember the peg word for number 5 in law, and then I say, gee, what's the association I have with law and the peg word? And then it's very easy to remember. And one of the interesting things you can do with that is you can then repeat your list, the odds backwards and the evens forwards, or you can call out a number, you can tell them what the item is. And it's really a very productive way to get things done. When I teach this in the class, I usually go through and we'll pick up 10 items. So I say, okay, we're going to the grocery store to buy food. And I ask everyone, give me an item. And we create the list in a matter of a couple of minutes. I tell them to put the papers away if they've been writing down what the items are that we did. And then I call out what was number 1, what was number 2, what was number 7. And everyone gets what the thing is. And then what I do is I kind of trick them. Later on in the class and the next day, I say, hey, what was number 5 on our list? What was number 7 on our list? What was number 3? And they all remember it. And it's not like they went home and studied like they were studying for a test. They remembered it very easily because of the technique that we did. In my class, we give you 200 memory pegs. If you memorize your memory pegs, you now can memorize up to 200 items. And I've done this, and it's very interesting to do. If you memorize 100 memory pegs, you use them once or twice, your memory in general will get better. And I know people have used this technique to help them overcome, say, a stroke where their memory was affected. It's a very dynamic technique. And this is just one of the many techniques that we teach in my meditation class. If you'd like to learn out more about how meditation can help you in your personal and your business life, please go to my website and sign up for the meditation class.